Kumusta na kayo, grade 4 learners? Tayo pa rin ay nasa third quarter, week 4. This time, ang ating topic, relating triangles to quadrilaterals and one quadrilateral to another quadrilateral. Halina kayo, samahan niyo ako muli sa ating video. After going through this module, you are expected to relate triangles to quadrilaterals. Relate one quadrilateral to another quadrilateral. Example, square to rhombus. Last week, we studied about describing and identifying triangles according to sides and angles as well as the different kinds of quadrilaterals. Polygons are also discussed as plane figures having sides and corners. Two of their kinds are triangles and quadrilaterals. Both triangles and quadrilaterals are polygons. A triangle has 3 sides, while a quadrilateral has 4. This week, we are going to study the relationship of triangles to quadrilaterals and discover how one quadrilateral relates to another quadrilateral. Relate triangles to quadrilaterals and relate one quadrilateral to another quadrilateral. Example, square to rhombus. Let's read this. Relating triangles to quadrilaterals. A triangle is half of a quadrilateral. The sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is always 360 degrees, whereas the sum of the angles of a triangle is always 180 degrees. Shown above is an illustration on how we can relate a triangle to a quadrilateral. Here, the sum of the measures of the angles of each triangle has a total of 180 degrees, and since a quadrilateral contains 2 triangles, therefore, the sum of the measures of each angles equals 360 degrees. Another illustration above shows the relationship of triangles and quadrilaterals where their formulas clearly relate. The formula in getting the area of a quadrilateral is area equals base times height, while a triangle is area equals base times height divided by 2, which shows that in every quadrilateral there are 2 triangles. There are many different types of quadrilaterals, and they all share the similarity of having 4 sides, 2 diagonals, and the sum of their interior angles is 360 degrees. They all have relationships to one another, but they are not all exactly alike and have different properties. As you can see above, a quadrilateral consists of parallelograms and trapezoids. It is clearly shown that a trapezoid is not a parallelogram. Only the rectangle, rhombus, and square are parallelograms, but they are all quadrilaterals. Based on what we have discussed in our lesson, can you now relate a triangle to a quadrilateral and one quadrilateral to another quadrilateral? Let us read and study this problem and answer in your notebook the questions that follow. For your learning task 1, Mr. Tabilang bought a cartolina for his math class. He needs 2 triangles of the same size without wasting any part of the cartolina. How will he divide it? What shapes are formed? How many triangles are formed? Can 2 triangles fit in one cartolina which shape is a rectangle? For your learning task 2, using the drawing below, tell whether the figure labeled by each letter is a triangle or a quadrilateral. Letter A is a triangle. B is a quadrilateral. C and D also quadrilaterals. After we learned concepts of triangles and quadrilaterals from learning task 1 and 2, let us add more information to relate triangles to quadrilaterals by answering another task. And this is your learning task 3. Answer the following with a yes or a no. Write it on the blanks provided. 1. Do all triangles have 3 equal sides and 3 angles? 2. Do all quadrilaterals have 4 sides and 4 angles? Number 3. Can a quadrilateral be divided into 2 triangles? 4. Is any 3-sided polygon a triangle? Number 5. Is any 4-sided polygon a quadrilateral? This is learning task 4. Draw a rectangular garden. At the center, draw a triangular pool. Design your garden with a 4-sided object that will make it beautiful. Learning task 5. Fill in the boxes for the correct information needed. Remember that we can relate triangle to quadrilateral through the illustration that each triangle has a total of 180 degrees and a quadrilateral has 360 degrees. Therefore, there are 2 triangles in a quadrilateral to have both equal 360 degrees. The relationship of a triangles and quadrilaterals is in their area. The formula in getting the area of a quadrilateral is area equals base times height, while in a triangle, it is area equals base times height divided by 2. This shows that in every quadrilateral, there are 2 triangles. There are many different types of quadrilaterals and they all share the similarity of having 4 sides, 2 diagonals, and the sum of their interior angles is 360 degrees. They all have relationships to one another, but they are not all exactly alike and have different properties. In this part, your knowledge will be tested again. To assess your understanding of our lesson for this week, do the task below. Learning task 6. Write true if the statement is correct and false if it is not. Number 1. A rectangle is a parallelogram. Number 2. A parallelogram is consists of 3 triangles. Number 3. Both triangles and any quadrilateral is equal to 360 degrees. 4. A quadrilateral is equal to 360 degrees. 5. A trapezoid can never be a parallelogram. Number 6. A square is either a rectangle or a rhombus. Number 7. A rhombus is a square. Number 8. A quadrilateral needs two triangles to be equal to 30 degrees. 9. A trapezoid is a parallelogram. And number 10. There are ways that a triangle is related to a quadrilateral. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood. Hanggang sa muli, samahan niyo ako sa mga susunod pang mga videos. Huwag kakalimot na mag-subscribe. Pwede kayong mag-comments, mag-like at i-share ang ating mga videos. Hanggang sa muli, paalam!